All right, let's talk about something really cool. What if a city's waste wasn't waste at all? What if it was actually its most valuable resource? Well, that's the big idea behind a project called Cssboost. Today, we're going to dive into what they've been building, the actual digital tools designed to make that circular future a reality. We'll look at their progress, their vision, and what they've accomplished so far.
I mean, think about it. How can a region turn its trash into treasure? Literally. Every single day, we're producing all this stuff. Byproducts from farms, wastewater, things that have reached the end of their life. The usual approach is just to get rid of it. But what if we could flip that script? What if we saw all that waste as the starting point for something completely new? Well, that's exactly the puzzle CSSBO is putting together. So, what is this Cssboost thing, really? It's not just some app you download. No, it's way bigger than that. Think of it as a whole digital ecosystem, a complete toolkit designed to build and run these new circular supply chains. It's the big systemic solution to that massive question we just posed.
Okay, take a look at this. This chart basically maps out how it all works. It's a journey, right? They're essentially creating a digital copy, a mirror image of a region's entire economy. Then they feed it real-time data and use some seriously powerful simulations to play out different what-if scenarios. The whole point is to give city leaders and businesses the tools they need to make much smarter and more sustainable choices. It's literally taking raw data and turning it into real-world action.
And yeah, this is no small-time garage project. We're talking about a grant of over 9 million euros from the EU. That's a huge vote of confidence. It tells you just how serious the commitment is to making this circular economy thing actually happen.
Now, you can't pull off something this massive on your own. It takes a village, right? Or in this case, a whole consortium. We're talking about 21 different partners, universities, tech wizards, city governments, all pooling their brainpower from 8 different countries across Europe. It's a huge team effort.
And who's the conductor of this huge orchestra? That would be the Technical University of Crete, or TUC. They're not just playing an instrument. They're the ones making sure everyone is playing in tune. They're the central hub, the glue holding this complex international team together, making sure every single piece is moving in the right direction.
All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. Let's pop the hood and see the technology that's really powering this whole circular shift.
Okay, so the absolute heart of the whole system is something they call the knowledge core. And honestly, the best way to think about it is as the project's central brain. It uses a super smart knowledge graph to map out, well, everything. We're talking regulations, what materials are made of, business rules, who's connected to who. It connects all the dots so the system can actually understand the ridiculously complex web that is the circular economy.
Next up, another really cool piece of the puzzle: digital twins. So what's a digital twin? Imagine creating a perfect virtual copy of something in the real world, like a city's entire water system or a fleet of buses. Cssboost does exactly that. Why? So they can run all sorts of tests and simulations. What if we did this? What if we tried that? All in the digital world, where there's no risk. It lets them find the absolute best solution before they ever try it out for real.
But listen, this isn't all just abstract data and fancy models. It's about creating something real. They're building a vibrant, active marketplace. This is a place where a company with a byproduct can connect with someone who sees it as a resource. It's where innovators can showcase new tech. It's basically an eBay for the circular economy, creating a flexible and buzzing market from the ground up.
Okay, so theory is one thing, but where is the rubber meeting the road? Let's talk about where this technology is being put to the test in the real world.
So they have 4 different pilot sites, and each one is tackling a completely unique challenge. You've got Crete, led by TUC, which is focusing on waste from the food industry. Then in Marche, Italy, it's all about reusing water and recovering nutrients. Over in Germany, they're tackling plastics, and in Lisbon, Portugal, they're looking at public transport. This variety is so important because it proves the system isn't a one-trick pony. It can be adapted to solve all kinds of problems.
All right, let's put one of those pilots under the microscope. We're going to zoom right in on the one in Crete, which remember is also being led by the project's main coordinator, TUC.
And look at the team they've assembled on the ground there. You've got the Technical University of Crete driving things, working side by side with MOC, that's the local water company, and the regional government itself. This kind of collaboration is absolutely crucial. It means the solutions they come up with aren't just smart on paper, they're practical and actually fit what the region needs.
So what's the big problem they're trying to solve in Crete? Well, think about all the amazing food that comes from there. Olive oil, wine, cheese. Delicious, right? But making all that stuff also creates a ton of organic byproducts. And for a long time, that's just been treated as waste. The Cssboost solution is to step in and use their digital platform to find new homes for it, creating totally new supply chains and turning that waste into a genuinely valuable resource.
So, after all this work, what are they actually producing? Let's get to the good stuff. The powerful, tangible tools that are coming out of this project. These are the key results that are going to make a real difference.
First up, we have the Process Simulation Modeling tool, and this one comes from the lead partner TUC. This is basically their what-if engine. It lets a company or a city planner ask questions like, what happens if we change our process here, or what if we use this new material? The tool runs a simulation and shows you the result, which is amazing for helping people optimize their plans without any guesswork.
Next, from one of the partners, MAG, we've got the Mira DT integration platform. Now remember those digital twins we talked about? Well, this is the tech that actually lets you build them. It's the foundation, the platform you use to create those virtual models of city assets or supply chains. It's the key to unlocking all that powerful real-time analysis.
And then there's the Track tool, which comes from Particle. They're the ones leading the pilot in Lisbon. This one is all about logistics, pure and simple. It lets you see, on a map, exactly where everything is moving, whether it's buses or garbage trucks, whatever. This is huge for optimizing routes, planning maintenance, and just making the whole collection and recycling process way more efficient.
Okay, so they've built all this amazing stuff. That's just the start. What happens next? The really critical part is making sure all this innovation actually lasts and makes a difference long term.
And they have a really clear plan for that. It's a 4-step strategy. Step 1, they're doing deep dives into the market to find out where the real opportunities are. Step 2, they're building solid business models for each tool so they can actually survive in the wild. Step 3, all the partners are creating plans to work together to get these tools out there. And maybe most importantly, Step 4, they're building a replication roadmap, a guide to help other cities and regions follow in their footsteps.
And this quote really says it all, doesn't it? The whole point isn't just to innovate for themselves. It's not just about fixing a problem in one city. It's about creating a blueprint, a proven framework that any other city or region can pick up and use to kickstart their own journey to a circular economy.
So by turning data into real decisions and waste into real value, Cssboost is laying down a powerful blueprint for the future. The tools are here. The path is getting clearer every day. So the real question is, are we ready to start building that circular future?